Well, Clive, I'm sure as everyone here knows, one of the big revelations, as the book, began to make its way out there, was you were talking about your personal life, your kind of, discovery of yourself and your bisexuality, and that was something that, you had never discussed publicly before, and, it was an important part of the book, and it made a big impact. I wonder if you could say a little bit about, we've heard so many stories just here tonight. The book very easily could just have been exclusively devoted to music and really had nothing about your personal life in it. Well, what was it that made you feel that it was important, to share elements of your background from Brooklyn right up into, the nature of your sexual life?
All right, I'll do that. And but I do want to say, because somehow in the conversation I had earlier this evening, it became relevant to point out that other than you, Anthony, with whom I collaborated with and now before this book from the very beginning, the publisher knew nothing about this. This was not in the treatment. This was not in the presentation.
It was very specifically not in the proposal to sell the book.
It was not in the proposal. So that nobody who bid on this book.
The editor of the book had no idea that it would be in there.
No, this was not trying to get a subject that would make a book sell better. It was none of that. And when you read the book, you'll see it's dealt with in the very last chapter. I knew from the beginning, as I expressed to you at the very beginning, that if I was going to write a book on my life, that there's no question I was going to deal with this subject. It was nothing you and I discussed. It was a chapter that I had to write myself. And I really wrote it last summer on a boat, a trip that I take with my family, because certainly my prime role in life has been my children. I have 4. My grandchildren, I have 6. And I wrote that part of the last chapter and read it to my 4 offspring. We were on the boat together. And I've always had total love and support and understanding that after my second marriage failed, because I had been 100% heterosexual up until that point, that I opened myself up after the failure of my second marriage, having read something about bisexuality. My story was different. I just found that I would open myself up to the possibility of a relationship based on the person and not on gender. And I did, after seeing a man or a woman for about a 4 or 5 year period of time, interregnum, entered into a relationship with a man. And I just revealed that because that's what the facts were and are. And to the extent, when I was aware, I immediately told my children. My children knew of that. My closest friends certainly all knew, because we would take trips together. I would take 3 or 4 trips a year, 2 with family, 2 with friends. We would all do it together. And bisexuality, having turned to it or learned to see what people's reaction were, it was frankly intimidating in the sense that the adage is true. Nobody believes in it. And you're either gay, you're straight, or you're lying, and that's it. And so, you get tired of not making any progress. And all that I could say is, I'm not martyring myself, I'm not brave, this is not affecting my career, this is not affecting my friendships, my professional life, my family situation. But if society is edging forward, as it should, on the subjects of same-sex marriage and a better understanding and hoping that there's no prejudice, that one could evolve as a society to accept the person as it is. I hope that this revelation or discussion, moves it a step further, and that's all that I want to say on the subject.